You're listening to Two Hotheads on Cannabis with your hosts, Mike Can and Heather Mack on unregularradio.com.
Back on Two Hotheads on Cannabis. You just heard a bunch of Shay Rose, Go So Hard from Little Warrior EP, I believe that was. And then the new one, Power. That was amazing. And we heard some McLovins and Willie Nelson, Normal PSA, didn't we? And Rita Marley.
That's coming up.
Oh, that's all. This is all upcoming.
That's all coming up.
I'm already previewing the music, thinking it was just played. That's hilarious. What did we hear, Newman?
We heard.
It's 420 too. We just went through 420.
Missionary Position by Shay, Extraordinary Girl, S on My Chest, and that was all Shay.
All Shay. So we're playing a lot more Shay too, because that was a great interview. I love her music. I love what she's doing. So let's hear it one more time. I don't know if we gave her a big round of applause.
Yeah, give her.
Let's give her Shay Rose.
She was excellent.
Yeah, she was excellent.
Yep.
And she's got me all out of sorts. This is my big radio day. I did RKO earlier today, and now we're doing the Two Hotheads show. So I'm like on radio overdrive right now. This is my third or fourth hour doing radio today. And it's very exciting. A lot of talk, a lot of politics. What's up, Simpson?
I say I'm glad you're up.
Yeah, I am. Up.
Yeah.
And right now in the studio, we have the one and only. I keep saying the one and only, but this is the one and only.
I am the one and only.
The photos on the Facebook and what she does for the local bands and the marijuana legalization movement and lots of other people. And now she's working on her own material and a website that she's had going for a little while. But I've noticed that this website is really taking an uptick, and she's really focusing on this website. It's massbytes, BYTES.com. And we have the one and only Sarah Sparks.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm very
you.
up on Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, Newman, I'm not hearing my headphones. Is there a way
I was going to say
you
should talk directly into that mic.
Is it my mic or
it's
is it
much better?
All right, I'm still not hearing as not enough, but
I hear you.
I think you have a control in there for that.
Yeah, I can't find it, but we'll figure that out later. We're in a new studio, all kinds of things going on, and the new phone number too. Let's shout that out: 617-606-3701. You can still reach us at instant feedback. It's if@unregularradio.com to send us messages. We'll check in with our Facebook page a little later, but as we said, we're in the studio right now. We're going to do an interview and some information with Sarah Sparks. And Sarah, you brought us some goodies today, didn't you?
I did. I made peanut butter cookies.
Peanut butter cookies.
Yay.
That's perfect for the two. That's like a stereotype, though, isn't it? Are you feeding into stereotypes, saying that we're all a bunch of stoners that are going to eat those peanut butter cookies today?
No, I wanted to explore with hemp products. So.
Oh, hemp. What about the hemp? Tell us about the hemp.
So I'm working with hemp protein right now, and I put that into the recipe and substitute most of the flour with that. It's a really good product to use.
So you're saying that actually I'm wrong. This is like a healthy thing as opposed to being not a healthy thing.
I made it half healthy. There's some sugars in there, like refined sugars. And,
okay.
Yeah,
so I can live with that because I gotta have my bad stuff, but I still want some goodness.
Well, this is a great introduction. I'm like, all right, how can I introduce some hemp products into your normal foods? Like, people always eat cookies and cakes and like indulge in all the stuff. So I'm like, all right, let me try to put something that's beneficial for your body, that'll help cleanse your intestinal tracts. And like, it's really a good product. It has a lot of amino acids. It's just a perfect thing to use. It's a plant,
and this is legal. This is
yes,
this
exactly.
doesn't get you high. This is not the illegal pot brownie.
No, it's the male plant. So it's the hemp product. It's hemp. It's not cannabis.
And where do you get this hemp product?
At the store.
What store?
I got this at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Okay, so Whole Foods sold you this. And what form was it in? Was it a powder? Or was
it's a powder. It's like it looks kind of like if you ever had flaxseed powder. Yep. It's kind of like that.
So you put that in and replace the flour?
Yeah, about a quarter of the flour I replaced with hemp protein.
and it works. It comes out good.
Oh, it's great. You want to try it?
I do want to
I,
try.
I have a whole bucket of it. All right, Matt, can you open up the cover?
We're gonna
course
open
I
them up
can.
and start chewing them. Is this going to be obnoxious if we're chewing our hemp? Let's do a taste test.
It
though.
could be like Cookie Monster. Like you'll hear like num
Yeah.
num 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 num
Yeah.
num num num.
Do that, Matt.
I'll just
Chew it
pass
up.
it around. Here we go. Ready? See what's all. Ooh, there's a lot of sugar on there. Looks
Oh
like,
yeah, I made it a little fun. I put some raw sugar on the outside of it.
If you can please Simpson, then he's going to be the tough one. I have a feeling.
Okay.
How is it,
That's excellent.
Simpson?
All right. So this
Matt
is.
says good.
I'd love some milk right now. We get
Yeah,
some milk
I was
in the
gonna
green
bring
room.
some hemp milk, but I forgot
Oh,
that.
that
I'm
would've been
sorry.
great.
Next time, I'm
These
gonna
are
start
double
bringing you
good.
more.
These are really good.
Not bad for.
These are like
I like them.
the Sandies. What do you call it? You know
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
shortbread.
Yeah,
cookies.
Newman, get in here.
You know?
Try some of these.
No,
They're
they're good.
delicious.
They're really good.
Here you go.
Can you hear me chewing?
I can taste the toastiness in them.
Yeah,
And that's
those
great.
are good.
So like, it's still a cookie, but at least you have some of that like really healthy benefits of it. You know, so I love it. Like, this is my third attempt with the peanut butter cookies. I was like playing around with it, so I'm gonna still kind of tweak the recipe, but this is not bad.
Are you going to feature this recipe on massbites.com?
I will.
All right. Because we're going to want to look that up and figure out how to make this at home.
I definitely. I want to make it. I want people to start like experimenting with hemp products. It's
You want some on
really-
your own cookie?
Excuse me? Oh no, I ate like a dozen of them.
Oh.
They're delicious. I would eat a dozen of them too.
Not bad. All right, so
feel-
everyone's giving me a thumbs up. So
Yeah.
that's good.
There's this thing, too, going on. Like, we had the hempist in here a while back, and he talked about buying hemp for activism. And then Nikki Smokes gave a really compelling testimony at the State House. She brought out all these hemp products and really swayed some of these reps. I saw it in their eyes where they didn't even realize, some of them didn't realize that they were selling legal hemp products at Whole Foods.
Exactly.
And now you're bringing it to us. I think that this is a good thing that people can promote. You know, there's no harm in it. You can be it's not political.
Exactly.
You know, to say, hey, I got some hemp brownies I brought over. Try them out. There's nothing. No one's going to look at you with four heads and say you're supporting this. It's a subtle way of saying, hey, look at hemp.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's healthy for us. It tastes good. It's support. You know, those companies that make hemp generally are supportive of our cause. So I like this.
Well, I think if the more people that buy these products, the more demand it is, we can get them in the store, like more recognition for them. It's
Yeah.
like without like if you don't have to go to the State House. This is your way of helping the movement without having to smoke pot or
Yep.
be in that scene, because a lot of people don't feel comfortable and they are like in the closet, you know, supporters. So go buy a hemp product. That's all you can do.
And when you're gonna buy something and you got to buy something anyways, might as well make it hemp. And
Right.
yeah, especially the food. The food is really good. It tastes good. It's
Exactly.
healthy. It's good nutrition. You know, the other thing that's really exciting about it too, it's like we're still not allowed to grow hemp in this country. This hemp that we're eating right now was grown, you know, originally the where it comes from is Canada usually, and Canada there and Europe and other parts of Europe, they're able to grow hemp with no psychoactive ingredients. It doesn't get you high. This male plant, and we ship it into the U.S. legally. They allow us to import it, and then we can make products out of it. But we can't grow it ourselves here. And I think that the more, as you said, demand, the more products that are out there, the more likely that we're going to get that overturned. You know, whether it's through total legalization like we all want, which I think is the end game and what's going to happen in a few years here. And Oregon might actually be. There are a bunch of states going forward right now, and we're going to have one of the big folks behind the initiative in Oregon coming up in 2 weeks.
Nice.
So I think that some of these states are going to legalize it, and they're all about, and their campaign in Oregon. Why I bring that up specifically is they're all about the hemp too. It's when we're selling legalization, we have to bring up hemp because as Nikki and I did at the State House, that really was a game changer in a lot of ways. They don't know what to say or do when we bring up hemp. They're just totally flummoxed.
Exactly.
They admitted. I said to the guy, "Does this make any sense?" And he said, "No." I said, "Exactly. This is the guy we're trying to convince to change the law." And they agree with us on hemp, but they're still not doing anything. So we need them to move on the hemp product.
Right.
But let's talk more about massbites.com.
All right.
we know that Sarah Sparks does a lot of photographs. A lot of my photographs that you see, my best photos are taken by Sarah Sparks, whether it's at rallies and shows and events or the station or wherever I'm at. You always end up getting the best photos. Everybody, I think, knows that. Where can they find the photos that you take, actually? On Facebook?
Yeah,
or where?
Facebook. I just put them up there. And then, like, you have a group, like the Two Hotheads Cannabis group Two Hotheads on Cannabis group. I put them there for you.
The photo in our group, the headline photo, is one that you took, actually.
Yeah, and Nikki did the design for that.
Yep.
So that was great. It's cute. I like it.
Yeah. We got a couple different versions. Nikki did a couple. We really appreciate all the support people have been giving us with the help on that stuff, especially Nikki and Sarah. Mass Bites. I recently saw that you did a great video with the old Edison. Am I saying that right? Okay, the old Edison. It was at Tasty Burger, was it?
It was.
Oh my God! Number one, you picked the perfect location because everyone around here in Boston, it's like, oh, I want to go to Tasty Burger, and it's just such a great format.
Right.
And I've seen you. You've tried a lot of things. You've been involved in a lot of different things, and all of a sudden, I was like, wow, that's where Sarah should be. This is a great idea, a great format. You're a great host. You did a great job on that. Tell us about how that video happened and what your future plans are to continue that.
Right. Well, I've been on the local entertainment scene for the last couple of years, and I was like watching everything, how it's like radio or video, and I'm like, how can we do it a different way? And I love food, so I'm like, all right, let's incorporate the two. And I was like, I contacted this production company, Warren Farm Films, and I was like, I have this idea. It might benefit my company and your company in music. So they were like, yeah, let's do it. So we got together and I told them exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to a restaurant, interview a band there, eat the food, and shoot. It was just like an awesome time too. Everyone's been very open about it, very like accepting of the idea. They love it. The first video got 900 views for the first time. So that with no advertising. So that's pretty sweet, you know.
Especially right away, because that's a pretty recent video.
It is.
What are your next plans? Are you going to do another one?
Oh, yeah,
where are you going to do
course.
it? What's the deal? Who's going to be in it?
Oh, we have a punk band called totally blanked. I don't know the Pity Whores. All right,
the Pity Whores.
The Pity Whores. I don't know. I was thinking of the old Edison. All right, so the Pity Whores. They're a punk band. I saw them at the Midway. They were doing an acoustic set, and I just kind of fell in love with them. And so I see them at the shows when they come into JP, and they come fairly regularly. So we actually shot there. So I wanted to shoot where I met them, and we're doing another. Film another webisode with them and Doyle's Cafe and the Midway. And
that's cool.
Yeah,
those are two cool locations.
It really is.
JP Doyle's is the place that you could see your local mailman, but you might see the mayor too. You know, it's like it's a lot of politics go on in that place.
Oh yeah,
I think Rick Berlin.
He does.
He's a bartender.
He actually was serving us on the day of the video shoot.
Wow.
So
I mean, if you don't know who Rick Berlin is, look him up. We should have him on this show. The guy is an amazing songwriter.
Everyone knows him. Yeah. Everybody.
He should be way more famous than he is, and he is kind of famous around here and nationally and internationally. But he's amazing, and he could be your bartender over at Doyle's. Amazing. There's a lot of amazing places to check out, and that's what your website does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It checks out the places, documents it, and talks. What are some of the other places that you're promoting? Talking about on your website? What have you recently done? What are you going to...
Okay, well, one of the writers, Chris Jensen, he's from Oilhead, also a Weekly Dig writer. He's going on like this burrito adventures, and excuse me, he is tasting all these local restaurants, their burritos. All right, so he went to El Pelon, and El Pelon was like, loved the review, loved the concept of Mass Bites, said, hey, why don't you come cover our habanero chili competition? And I'm like, oh yeah, hell yeah. So it's a two-parter. The first part is in April, every Wednesday, you have to eat 15 habanero peppers in 15 minutes, and you have to hold it down.
Yeah, hold it down.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
the problem is
that's entertainment,
you eat the 15 and then you throw them all up.
That doesn't count.
No, that's
No,
terrible.
you have to hold it down. So actually, one of my bloggers, his name's Chestnut. He's from the Swagger and Growlers.
Oh yeah, we know him.
Yeah.
He's all over on regular radio too. He's been in
awesome.
a lot of
He's
different
awesome.
shows, right?
Yeah, he's been on like every one of them.
Except this one. We need to get him on.
All
here
right.
sometime.
People
People have actually been saying that. Like,
Yeah.
why hasn't Chestnut Corolla been on your show? I'm like, I don't know.
He wants to come on here.
All right, we'll get him on.
I
Will he
was
play
trying to
music for
convince
us?
him.
Will he
What?
play
Oh,
music in the
yeah.
studio?
He
If he
does
plays us some
acoustic.
Weed songs, we'll book you right now,
All
Chestnut.
right.
All right.
I'm gonna book
we
that.
want you in. All
All
right.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sarah's
definitely.
gonna book it for us. All right.
All right, so he took the challenge and we covered it. I had a sports writer, Matt Goisman, he's also from the Weekly Day.
Did he puke? What happened with
No,
Chestnut?
he did not puke. I'm so proud of him.
He won? Like, did he eat all 15 of them?
He
Like,
ate all 15 in like 1 minute.
oh my God.
And then he had to sit there for 15 minutes. He had like Slayer and blasting in his earbuds, and he's like tapping on the table.
What did he get for doing this? Like,
So
did he get a crown? Like, did he win the whole thing?
No,
Like,
no.
that's
He has to go. Like the first part
Qualify?
is the qualifications to go to the finals.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he got a free T-shirt.
When's the date for the finals?
May 9th.
Oh, we might have to go. And
You
film
have
this.
to come. Like
We got to
we
root
need
for
to-
Chestnut.
yeah.
This is like the unregularadio.com. 2 hotheads on cannabis. The whole crew will go down there. We'll be like, Chestnut's our guy. And the weed contingent is behind Chestnut.
All right, so I'll send you all the details then.
Yeah, May 9th.
May 9th. They're not sure
El
what the
Panino?
location. No, El Palone.
Al Palone. I get mixed up.
Taqueria.
Al Palone. Where is that? Is that in North End?
It's one's in Brighton and one's in Fenway Park, but
Oh, yeah.
they don't know which one it's going to be at depending on how many people are actually qualified to do the finals.
Ah.
So if it's a smaller crowd, they'll probably do it the Brighton location, which is right next to Boston College.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's really easy to get to. You just take the last stop on the B line.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, I love it. It was crazy because like he did it with like two other guys, and one guy went through like 5 or 7 of them, and he just got up and walked out. He couldn't handle it. The other one, he had all his boys around him, and they like rooting him on and trying to like psych out Chestnut, and they weren't doing it. So it was cute. It was a really good time. And like Chestnut had one of those like those bullhorns like you're talking to, and he's like, what are they called? The megaphones.
Megaphone.
Yeah. So like he was like being crass. He was like burping into the like megaphone, trying to psych out the kid, like like whispering to him like little secrets and stuff. Like yeah, it was so fun. I definitely want to I'll see the finals because you have like the finals is different though because the rules change. You have it's like
You have to eat 100 of them? What?
you have to go head to head. So like
Oh, God.
like people just start
You
dropping
keep
out.
doing rounds.
Yeah, you just keep
Oh, my
eating
God.
until you
It's a
get.
duel.
And no, this
Oh.
round you can drink anything you want. The second round you cannot drink
And
anything.
then you have to eat scorpions and no. I mean, it sounds like it's getting
Like Fear Factor.
Right, exactly.
It's getting scary. Well, we hope that Chester does well and doesn't die in this thing. That's all I hope
Seems
for.
dangerous.
I made him
right?
sign a waiver.
We'll put an unregular T-shirt on him in case something happens to him and he ends up in the Herald.
No publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah.
Right,
Do it
exactly.
up, Chestnut.
Oh wow, I could not do that. There's not even no way. We're all good at different things. That is not one thing. I'm good at eating, but I'm not going to eat that like that.
I know I've had a lot of people be like, I could never do that, and I love spicy food.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted me to try
I know
it.
my
I'm
limits.
like, no, I'll pass. I kind of want to be okay the next day.
Yeah.
But no, we went to a house party afterwards, and like he made himself throw up. He's like, I can't do this.
Oh, finally, like an hour or two later. He's
Yeah, it was
trained.
like 3 hours later.
Wow.
And then like because he was going on tour the next
He's fully
day.
trained. He can
Yeah.
control when he's going to throw up. I can't even do that. That's insane. He is an insane eater. Chestnut.
He's
if you're
nuts.
listening to us,
I
call
love-
us
no,
up.
I love
the
him,
phone
though.
number
He's nuts, but it's crazy.
617-606-3701. It's a new number, Chestnut Corolla, if you're listening. Or anyone else that wants to give us a call and give us some feedback on the show. Also, Sarah, you've done a lot of work with activism, especially marijuana legalization
Right.
and the movement and MassCan. You took a lot of photos for the cause and the organization. You raised some money last year at the Freedom Rally. I saw you the last couple of years I've seen you collected money, and this year, the last one you did even more.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to get into the movement?
Nikki actually brought me into the movement. She like invited me to your battle for the rally the second one from the first one you did the first year, and I just fell in love with you guys. Like, you guys were awesome. I was looking for friends at that time. I was like going through a little hardship in my life, and you were very supportive. I believe like marijuana, cannabis should be legalized, so I just thought it was perfect. And I was doing something that no one else was really doing, was taking pictures at all your events. So, and like one thing led to another. I just started meeting more people. Then I got into the set of like Quiet Desperation, and then I did the first Freedom Rally as a photographer, and I got introduced to Unregular Radio. So it's just like it kind of snowballed into this like, yeah, it was great. It was probably the best decision I've ever made.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of the movement, there's been a lot of kind of dissension. Yeah, when I was on RKO today, they were talking about the Tea Party and how some of the same things I've seen in the marijuana legalization movement has happened to them, where they're having two different tea parties tomorrow going on, two, one in Worcester and one in Boston, and they don't seem to agree with each other. There seems to be a lot of that in our marijuana legalization movement everywhere, not just in Boston, not just with MassCan, but specifically locally, but even beyond that. What is the, in terms of, you've been here for a while, you've been watching it, and I know that you're someone that's calm and rational and doesn't generally get involved in fighting and things. What would you give for advice to the activists that are local and national that are disturbed by these things, that are discouraged?
Patience. That's all. It's like you just have to be patient with people because everyone has their own ego. Just take a step back, catch your breath, be patient. That's all I had to like do for the last couple of years. Like I know I was a little hothead when I was like 18 years old, and like over the last couple of years I learned how to like just like, all right, you want to be this way, I'm going to step back, let you be this way, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about it again. It's like it makes no sense to me to like keep fighting and causing drama, and it's like a lot of times I end up looking bad because people think I back away, and it's like I'm not backing away from you or the cause, it's just I'm backing away from the situation. It's like you need to calm down.
Yep.
So it's like patience, have patience and calm, be calm.
And figure out, I think that's a really good point, good advice. I think sometimes we all need to figure out how do we do that? How do we draw the lines? How do we make sure that they happen? Like I've started to make little rules for myself. Like one of the big things for me was I had to walk away from MassCan. I basically had to say, I can't deal with this personally. I just cannot. I'm no good to the org. I had to realize that if I continue to stay, it was going to get worse.
Right, exactly.
I needed to move on, and I needed to give the new people their space to do what they're going to do, whether they're going to fix it or fuck it up or whatever they're going to do. And now, eventually I'm going to come to be able to support them publicly and work with them a lot more. But at this point, I just need to back off. And I think that's really good advice, what you gave. And I think that if you can't figure out how to do it, sometimes you just need to take a fucking break.
Exactly. Well, like I took a break and I started Mass Bites. That's what happened. And then looking now, I'm starting to incorporate hemp products into my cooking, and then I'm playing around. And it's like, all right, now I'm doing my part in my own way. So it's like, I love working with all of them, like from MassCan, this radio show, like every one of the organizations, Normal, and there's a lot of great people out there, and
there really are.
They are great friends. Just sometimes you can't work together. So it's like,
and find the ones that you can work with.
Exactly.
Like you find your Mass Bites, you find your Unregular Radio, whatever it is, you go and do that, and you keep doing it. I'm always going to be about MassCan, Normal, and legalization. I was on WRKO today with the big time political people. The report. I mean, they know who I am and they know what I stand for, and it's about legal weed and MassCan, Normal. Everybody knows, and so you just keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you got to stick. If something's bothering you and it's negative, you just step back and you don't engage in it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep a positive vibe around yourself. It's like, why have drama? Why? Life is too short, and you shouldn't keep that inside. Like, you shouldn't surround yourself in something so negative. It's like, it's a very tough thing that we're doing because a lot of people are fighting against us. And when you have a team that's fighting when a team's fighting with each other, it's hard to keep making this positive message, So it's like, that's why if you step back, clear your heads, and then continue forward.
And figure out who you want to work with.
Yeah, exactly.
I know exactly who I want
That's
to work
why
with.
I
We do
love
have
you
a phone
guys.
call.
We want our freedom.
Hello. Hello, we have a call. Hello, this is on
Hello,
radio.
Mike.
Who's this, sir?
This is Carl.
Oh, Carl Caswell.
Yeah.
Are you going to call me every week?
Freedom for our people, you know.
Are you going to call?
That's the direction I want to go in.
Can I ask you something, Carl?
Sure.
Do you want to have a conversation today, or do you want to say the same thing you said last week?
No, something new.
Oh, good.
What's going on? It's 420.
Oh, awesome.
420. Let's get together.
All right. Let's talk about. We're with Sarah Sparks right now. Have you been listening to the show? I'm sure you have, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any commentary on the show so far? Number one.
I love what you're trying to do. But I'm more for the political stuff of our people. We're a culture of people. We just gotta get together and speak out, and we want our rights.
That's what we're doing in here today.
Yeah, but like a lot of people don't feel that way. They don't feel comfortable doing the political stuff. So what people feel comfortable with is food. And that's why I think hemp products are great. You can go out and support the cause by buying a hemp product. Right.
That's true too. But what we want is our true freedom. I'm tired of living under their laws. I want our people to be able to make our own laws.
I agree with you, Carl. I agree with you. You're preaching to the choir over here.
Exactly.
You said the same thing 100 times.
What we do is we got to get organized for it. We've got millions of people out there.
I'm organizing. I organize every day.
I know. We all are. We all trying to do. We just got to unite. A common flame for liberty. And see the light for our freedom. There's a way down that road, and we just got to find it. It's been a battle, but we're winning. We're getting more rights. That's what I like. We got a little bit more freedom. I had a cookout last night.
How did that go?
20 people.
How did that go?
That worked good.
How many people?
20 people showed up.
Any of them that we know from the movement?
Maybe. Nobody I really recognize that shows up at the mass can meetings, but some local people around here. I get some regulars. Some people won't even want to do it full time.
Yeah. Are you gonna? Let me ask you a question. Are you going to be collecting signatures for these PPQs this year? The public policy.
Yeah, I'm going to get some people to do it. I'm definitely going to want to be a part of it. Whatever we can do to get the message out and make our people known that we're out
good.
there.
Who are you collecting?
We're people out there.
Are you doing that with Epstein? Are you doing that with the other group with Heather Mack?
Well, Epstein's been contacting me on it. He's I'm not sure he's going to print them out, or I'm not sure who's going to get them. Are you guys going to get some too, or? I'm not actually. I haven't really volunteered yet. I got so much other things I'm doing. I'm going to definitely promote them. But I know there's Steve Epstein is supposedly doing one up on the North Shore, from what he said. And he sent me an email and asking about it.
And there's another group.
Get some people for it.
There's another group with John Leonard, Scott Mortimer, Alex Arsenault. That is, I think they're the Drug Policy Foundation of Massachusetts. At least that's what they were at one point. I don't know if that's still their official org, but those folks have been collecting signatures for a number of years and done phenomenal work. And they're going to be focusing on, I believe, the Senate districts in Massachusetts, right around Boston. I don't know all the details. I don't even know if they've unveiled it all. But they're about to start up in the next month, and they'll be on the show. So, I think collecting signatures is good. And they're still going to be collecting more signatures for medical, too, for the initiative.
Right. I mean, whatever we can get in there, we're just starting to pry open the door, If we just get our foot in there, eventually, we get a few more states, then the federal government can't do anything. It's just, to say, we got all these clinics opening up, they're selling it, and we can't. It's too many states, and it will override the federal law. That's the problem I guess we're having now, especially when I spoke at the State House. They kept saying, "Well, if we pass it during the state, it'd still be a federal law, so we can't, have a law that's against the law."
Yep, and that's another thing too. It's what I'm going to be working on. How I said I'm probably not going to be collecting PPQ or running that campaign. Let the experts do that know how to do it, like Epstein and this other group. They've been doing it for a long time. What I'm going to focus on is exactly what you said. Those federal politicians, the ones who are running for Congress and U.S. Senate and even at the State House, we're going to go after them. We want them on the show. If they don't come on the show, if they don't answer the questions, if they don't answer our emails, if they don't get on our cause, we're going to go after them. We're going to do some boycotts, some protests, just like we did to Scott Brown, just like we've done to some of these other politicians, and we're going to get them to move. Scott Brown, this time for medical, he's not saying anything. He's not saying he's for it or against it because he knows we're out here. Elizabeth Warren doesn't seem to get it yet. She doesn't seem to get that we're out here. And then we're not going to put up with, what was her answer this week on medical marijuana? She wouldn't answer it. She turned around and said, I don't support wholesale legalization. So you basically don't support.
They won't even let the sick people use it. You know.
I know.
I mean, at least have a heart and let the sick people, use medical stuff.
Will you come out and help us on some of those? Will you come out if we do a protest?
I was at the State House speaking out for it, testifying last Tuesday.
I know you were. That's why I'm asking you. Will you if we do a protest of Liz Warren at a campaign stop? Will you try to come out and support us?
Sure can.
Right.
Would. I'm all for it. I put a lot of energy into myself.
And get your people out. And I hope you're serving some hemp products at your barbecues.
yeah, we had some.
All right.
It smoked good too.
All right. Well, thank you for the call today, Carl. It was always a pleasure talking to you, and I'm glad you're listening and supporting and doing your work up there in Marblehead.
Yeah. Well,
good to see you Wednesday
going
night.
For liberty for our people. That's for sure.
We're voting for Carl Carr as well today.
I saw Carl.
Write the name in.
I saw Carl Tuesday night down at Suffolk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
He's so you seeing him everywhere. He's actually doing the work. He's at the State House and Suffolk. He stayed all day in Boston, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's good. The number is 617-606-3701. 617-606-3701. Put that in your phone. And we're in the studio with Sarah Sparks.
Hi.
Hello.
I love those cookies.
Yeah,
I know. I see you eating all of them over there.
I'm having another one myself.
Matt, can you save some of those? If I don't bring some of those home from Carmelita,
There's like two layers left. Give me the cover though.
I need to bring some home.
On the bottom of the tub, there's ones that have jelly on it. There's maybe like 6 of them if you want to try those.
Make sure you save some for Carmelita or I'm in big trouble, and Sarah will be too.
Yes, sir. I'm going to just have one of
We'll
these
lose our
jelly
show.
ones.
We love you, Carm. I promise. I'll save you a cookie.
Yeah, Carmelita.
Although Mike keeps eating them. He's like passed out and then woke up and started eating my cookies.
I have the best picture of him.
I've only had one cookie.
I just posted it to Instagram.
I'm hosting the show. You just gave them $1 billion.
You just got the cookies in the wrong position. Like sometimes when you got something in your left hand and it don't come this way.
Oh, see,
didn't go around that way.
Simpson's happy. The cookies are on his side of the room.
I like the twist on this with the jelly.
So we're live on the Two Hotheads on Cannabis. We're being consumed by cookies. We're fighting over them. They're that good.
I think I'm going to start bringing you more cookies.
Yeah.
That'll work.
All right.
And Free Mass Media has been recording this whole day, so I'm sure we're going to see some video of that later this week. freemassmedia.com. Always supporting our show and the movement. That they've done a lot of work this year too.
Here.
Yeah, here. I put out a post this week, kind of toot my own horn for once, and about activism I've been involved with over the years. Some of the politicians that we want to go after more of these politicians, and it shows some of the things that we've done and the things that the tactics that we're going to continue to use if we have to. Nikki Smokes is here from Free Mass Media. She went out and asked Brownsberger, who was state rep at the time, running for state senate, about if he would support legalization. He didn't completely support it, but he didn't come opposed. He said, "I will not oppose it." He basically, gave her a wink and a smile, and said, "I'm not all about that, but I'm with you." And this guy was a former prosecutor. He used to put people in jail. Those are the types of things that we want to see more of. We want to see not just Nikki and I and a couple other people. We want to see, like, every time Scott Brown, every time Elizabeth Warren, Joe Kennedy, every time they do a press stop, I want to see 15 college kids on them with a video camera asking them, "Hey, why don't you support legalization of marijuana?"
Yes. Do your part.
Do your part. It's time. And if you don't feel comfortable with that question, ask about hemp. We need to really push this. We're that close. If they hear from us, they move. I moved Capuano by doing just that. He was already with us. He was 50% of the way there. It's like, now he's all the way there. This is what we need to do. And if you don't trust me on it, listen to Barney Frank. He was on our show. When I asked him about Joe Kennedy, he basically said, not enough of you ask the candidates. Not enough of you are in their faces. Barney Frank, his recommendation is ask Joe Kennedy.
Martha Coakley had something she did. She said that this will create a lot of problems, and
the medical marijuana
right.
initiative. Yep.
She was adamant about not seeing it pass. So she's a big thorn there.
You know what? You just gave me the brilliant Simpson. Sometimes you are a fucking genius.
I know.
I've been naming every other candidate, and I missed that. I'm going to have to look that news up, but I know it happened because they were mentioning that on RKO today.
Yeah.
That Martha Coakley came against the medical marijuana initiative.
Yeah,
and you know what? She's the first one. Like Scott Brown didn't actually come out against it. Liz Warren didn't come out against it. They just basically said, we're not taking a stand. We need more information, which is bullshit.
Well,
but Martha Coakley came against it?
Yeah, well, she said that it would tie up everything. They're not prepared for something.
Are
like
you guys
that.
ready? We're gonna have to. We're gonna do a protest of the Attorney General. It's been decided today. Martha Coakley, you two hotheads on cannabis are gonna be protesting. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to organize on Facebook?
Yeah.
And Carl, I hope you're still listening. We're going to be protesting the Attorney General. We've decided. You want to fight for your rights, our political rights, our freedom? Well, we're going after the Attorney General. 617-606-3701. We just decided. Let's play some music, Newman. Let's play some more Little Warrior or Shay Rose to keep this going. But Martha Coakley, you've been notified.
Yes, you have.
It's on.
Two hotheads on cannabis. You know what you're listening to.